Aloha and welcome. I feel very honored to have been invited to contribute to this beautiful celebration. My name is Grace. I met Sri Ramana in 1999, and he has been alive in my heart ever since. In 2013, I was lucky to go to Ramana Ashramam in Tiruvannamalai, which was a beautiful, amazing experience. And then in 2016, Ramana guided me to this land and to this vision. And I invite you to find out more on our website at the end. Thank you for this opportunity. Free from infatuation, greed, distracting thought, and envy, he is ever blissful, he is ever active, helping others to cross the sea of becoming, regardless of reward. And this is from Sri Ramana Gita, chapter 18, verse 8. Bhagavan's statements were pregnant with profound truth, pointedly driving the searching mind into the realm of deep intuitional revelation. When once asked to define the goal of life, he said, getting rid of the non-existent misery and attainment of the bliss which is always there. Is not his definition simple but exact, yet the highest truth itself? When Mahatma Gandhi was shot dead, there was a great commotion all over the country. Riots between Hindus and Muslims were rampant. Tiruvannamalai was no exception. The radio in the old hall was announcing atrocities committed in various places. The previous night, arson and murder in the town was reported. The whole situation was tense and fear-filled. Everywhere the town was guarded by special police. It was 9:30 in the morning. Suddenly loud cries of "Catch him! Kill him!" were heard. One mad crowd was chasing another, and all of them entered the ashram from the hillside. There was panic inside the ashram. A devotee in the old hall rushed to the doors and bolted them. The meditating devotees were naturally disturbed. In the midst of all the tense commotion, Bhagavan was unperturbed, a picture of attention, correcting some proof. Nothing could ever distract him, nor even disturb him in the slightest. If this silence was deep and potent, his guidance was more practical and purposeful. Once while walking on the hill, he stopped and picked up a small stone from the path and said, "Someone from abroad has written asking for a stone from the most sacred part of the hill. He does not know that the whole hill is sacred. It is Shiva himself. Just as we identify ourselves with a body, so Shiva has chosen to identify himself with the hill. Arunachala is pure wisdom in the form of a hill. It is out of compassion to those who seek him that he has chosen to reveal himself in the form of a hill visible to the eye. The seeker will obtain guidance and solace by staying near this hill." And this is from Purushottama Ramana by Sri V. Ganesan. To know the self and to remain in the state of self is alone the greatest benefit a person can give to the world. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Writing down the message, this goes to the presence of the Father. Let no search be made for me. He left home and arrived at the foot of Arunachala. This is from Sri Ramana Gita, chapter 18, verse 24. A teenage girl born in an orthodox, wealthy family had never stepped outside the four walls of her house. However, her spiritual yearning was deep. She read works of Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and Swami Vivekananda. One day, a relative chanced to give her a Tamil book. She had not even seen the title of the book. The very contact with the book made the young girl lose external consciousness. Every time she tried to read the book, merely touching it led her into the state of a different spiritual dimension, giving her immense inner joy. One day she succeeded in opening this Tamil book, Ramana Viyam, and had the darshan of Bhagavan Ramana. His glance of grace drew her within to an intense quietude never before experienced. She recognized that Ramana was her Satguru. The yearning to meet the Satguru grew uncontrollably. With her brother's help, she managed to slip away from home stealthily and got into the train, all along feeling miserable, fearing that any moment she would be caught by her relatives. She felt that running away from home was unethical, yet her yearning for the Sadguru was intense. She did reach Arunachala. Still haunted by the guilt of having run away, she reached the old hall to have the long yearned-for glimpse of the master. As she entered, the master was narrating. What to do? I had to run away from home like a thief, without taking leave from anyone. Even while sitting in the train at Madurai, I was afraid that at any moment I might be caught. Anyhow, the pull of Arunachala was very strong, and to reach Arunachala was my only aim then. See how I have run away from home. These words, uttered by the master, even before she was introduced to him, dispelled her anguish. To her heart's content, she feasted her eyes on the comely form of him who, as if anticipating the agony of the new young aspirant, so tactfully labeled himself a thief. The young devotee felt at ease and completely at home. From Purushottama Ramana by V. Ganesan. Ramana, 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 Ramana. One's happiness and suffering are dependent on one's mental state. Happiness is our natural state. Suffering occurs when one leaves the self and thinks that the body and the mind are I. What to do about this? The thought, I am the body, has been strengthened over many births. What remains after it has been destroyed is happiness. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya.